Well, good evening, Black and Married with Kids. Actually, happy Valentine's Day. I pray that all you all are having a wonderful day filled with love, celebrating the love that God has given you all as a man and a woman and incorporating that with your family. I am Pastor Dee, Dunamis D, and I'm so excited to be here with you on this Valentine's Day. Oh my God, I guess you all can tell I ain't got nothing better to do but to be with you. And that is such a blessing on this Thursday evening. But I got a hot topic for you all. I guess you all gonna say we're talking about forgiveness after infidelity on Valentine's Day, but I promise you it's gonna all work together for the love that you have and the love that you will always have and the love that God has already given you. So I'm just excited. I'm excited. So I want you to welcome to Black and Married with Kids. And I'm grateful to be here, you all. It's been a wonderful week for me. Usually I'm on Takeover Tuesday, but I end up having to take over on this Thursday. So we're going to get into some things tonight. I believe that every woman on this platform will be blessed because I know my life has been immensely blessed based upon the topic that I'm going to talk about. So for those of you all who are tuning in, hello, Carlene. How are you? I am the founder of Dunamis Woman Enterprise, LLC. And our mission over there, working with my two beautiful daughters, is to provide spiritual leadership, spiritual guidance, spiritual mentorship, and coaching that everyone in their life and relationships may experience the healing power of God. Because we all need healing, you all. We all need emotional healing. That is not an option, okay? Hey, Deborah, how are you? We all need it. So we're doing some exciting things over there. If you all haven't liked the page, go and like our Dunamis Woman page. Men, we have a real awesome men page, a Ram page, so go like that. And also, too, follow me on Mighty Christian Women. It's our private group. Yes, hey, Taisha, happy Valentine's Day to you, babe. And so it's going to be a great time of you getting some spiritual nuggets, spiritual things fed into you as we continually guide, lead, provide, pray, do all these things that we need, because you all, at the end of the day, it's about our family. Do you all agree? It's about our legacy. And that's why I love being here on Black and Married with Kids, because it's just what it is. It's a black man and a black woman with some black cheering. and we need to continuously prosper. We have to get things together. We have to continue to work on ourselves as a man and a woman and a husband or a wife, that our children may be blessed and our children's children may be blessed and our children's children may be blessed. So I consider Black and Married with Kids as curse breakers. You all here are curse breakers. You will not go backwards. You will prosper, and everything that your hand touch, everything that your marriage stand for, it shall prosper. Hey, Vivian, all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. How are you? I'm excited because I'm here in Arlington, Virginia. Well, I'm on my way to Arlington, Virginia, because we got the Healing for My Soul tour. And last week was the bomb in Hampton, Virginia. So I'm going to be in Arlington, Virginia. And then from there, I'm going to Chicago. So the tour is just going dynamically well. It's going wonderful. And I'm so excited about the women being unleashed. Sharilla, how are you from North Carolina? So you all, the topic tonight is ladies, are you ready? Here's how you can forgive after infidelity. Okay. Now, let me know if this is something you need to hear about. Okay. Tell me something about this. Tell me a little bit more. Because I'm going to be very, very, thank you, Deborah. I'm going to be very, very transparent with you all tonight. I don't take this topic as a light topic, because I understand how the deadly sword of infidelity and betrayal comes to cut you deep in your core, to the fact that you lose your sense of yourself. Okay. And when I say lose your sense of yourself, you lose your sense of yourself, that your power, your dunamis power, cannot be ignited. Your dunamis power cannot be activated. Your dunamis power. And for you all who don't understand what dunamis is, that's exactly what it is. It's a power. It's a miraculous power. It's a miraculous strength. And it's a miraculous force that allows us to be able to do things in the earth that nobody else can do. That's why nobody else but a woman can give birth. Nobody else but a woman can give life. Nobody else but a woman can carry the life of a child and produce that life. So God has entrusted us with so much naturally, but it also correlates to us spiritually. So when we have been stung or cut very deeply by the sword of infidelity or betrayal, it comes to diminish that power, you all. And I want you to understand that's the whole goal of the enemy, is to stop a woman, the woman from understanding who she is, understanding her power, and understanding her greatness. Okay? So I really want you to understand, I don't know if you have experienced infidelity, but I know that I have. Okay? I have on numerous occasions, more than I wanted to, more than I ever anticipated, and more than I expected. But I know that it was for a purpose. Yes, Taisha, you did forgive, but after counseling 2 years past of being embarrassed, he did it again. That's why we're going to talk about it. You know, but it's coming for your purpose. It's coming for your purpose. And you all, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. Yes, I didn't understand it. So I'm going to share with you all a little bit of my story. And before I do, I want you all to share this with someone. Tell someone to come on, share this post, share this with some other ladies. Say, you know what, you need to hear this. You need to hear Dunamis Dee, founder of Dunamis Women Enterprise, about talking about, hey, how can we forgive after infidelity? Okay? Because some of the things that I went through, I didn't understand why, but I got it now. I got it. And I'm so grateful for every moment. I'm so grateful for every time. I'm so grateful for every opportunity. I'm so grateful for the experience that it brought me, because it ignited that strength and that dunamis that's on the inside of me. Okay. And it's not a head thing, you all. It's a heart thing. And before I also go into it, I want to really thank Lamar and Ronnie Tyler for allowing me to be on this platform, because you all, this is nothing that I take lightly. You all are powerful people. Black and married with kids. Come on now. Enough being said. We're black. We're powerful. We got greatness on the inside of us. And the whole goal of the enemy is to try to divide man and woman and to break down the family. So when I come here, I come to say, not so. Okay, I come to say that there is a shield and a buckler that's right there around your home, around your family, around your legacy, that shall never be broken. Now, whatever you have gone through, you're going to experience the healing power of God as you pursue it. Pursue it with every fiber of your being. So let me get right into it, you all. Infidelity. This is something that I had to learn how to forgive. But it was actually nothing I had to learn. It was something that I had to do. And it was not an option. I was young. I had gotten married for the first time at 19 years old. In the Lord, in the church, loved him with every fiber of my being. Loved the church that I went to. Loved everything about it. Okay. Never would have thought that it would have experienced it with a person or a woman that was right there in the church with me, singing in the choir with me, actually going out, group settings and stuff right there. Things was happening right there, but I did not see it. Okay. So I should have had an inkling of something going on, but as I stated, I was young. So the true story is that one time I came home and I found some panties in my bed, and I knew that they weren't mine. Okay. That was a no-brainer. All right. And I had an inkling of whose they may have been, but the piercing of that, it wasn't about what may have taken place, you all. It was about the who that it would have taken place with. Did you all get that? It wasn't about, what had been done. It was about, in this case, who it was done with. So when I confronted my husband at that time about these underwear and this lingerie being in my bed, it wasn't mine, the defense came up. Okay. And the first thing that I heard the Holy Spirit say to me was, forgive. Forgive. I knew I heard it because I would have never said that to myself. Okay. And it was such a sweet whisper, forgive. So I was like, okay, all right, I could do this. I can forgive. I can forgive. Taisha, stay with me, you know. And I pray that you can listen to it without anger, because this is why healing is so important. So when I had gotten to the place where we was coming to the church for that particular Sunday, you think that you can really do something until it really greets you in your face. So that particular morning, when I was coming up the step, her footstep was coming on the same step. And we had eye-to-eye contact. And so the Holy Spirit say, let her know that you forgive her. Now, I have learned you don't ask a liar questions, because if you ask a liar questions, they're going to lie to you and it's going to piss you off. So I did not ask her a question, but I just said, so-and-so, I want you to know that I forgive you. Immediately, the defense came up. She started rolling her eyes and she's doing all this stuff and everything. And so at that point, because I did not snatch her, because I did not knock her out, I knew that I had literally forgiven. I knew that I had forgiven. I didn't need an I'm sorry. I didn't need an apology. I didn't need them to come and confront. I didn't need that, because the forgiveness was not about them. It was about me. I had to see myself as a person, as the woman that God had called me to be. He was molding me to be. He were developing me to be for such a time as this. Okay, now I told you all that was back in 1981, 82. Okay, so I have had these experiences in various levels since then. But I do understand that forgiveness is not... Oh, Sharilla, that did not feel good, because the reason why I did not feel good with someone in the church with myself is because you would expect them to have the same love for Christ that you would have. You would expect them to have a different type of reverence and a respect because of what we were being taught, because of where we were. It would have been different if it was in a bar, if it was in a nightclub or something like that. But that was the least place that I was expecting it. However, it wasn't about them. It was about me. I have to say that, you all. It never was about them. It was about me. You can think that you forgive someone because they're out of sight. You can think that you forgive someone because they're out of mind. But realistically, when that person is coming into your face and when you see them again, it's really a true test of how much that forgiveness had been worked on the inside of you. Okay? And that is the truth. All right? So I want you to understand, ladies, how can you forgive? How can you forgive after infidelity? Well, the first thing that I want to let you know, based upon that story that I just told, it's not about them. It's about you. Okay? Forgiveness is never about the person who did the act. It's about you, who it's being done to. Okay? Trina, did I stay? I did, but he ended up leaving. He ended up leaving because I firmly believe that forgiveness is just what it is. It's forgiveness, and love and forgiveness work together. But I truly understand and know that because of his own indiscretions and because of his own stuff that he did not want to get rid of, God permitted him to leave. He left my presence. He left that he could not handle. He could not handle my kind of love. He could not handle the love of Christ that was working on the inside of me, you all. And that's why I'm telling you all, this is about dunamis. Dunamis is not just a term that we made up. It's really a spiritual term. It's a force. It's a power that's throughout the Word of God. And it goes right in hand with the power of God and the forgiveness that He's given all of us a command to do. Okay? So when those things are happening, ladies, it's coming to show you something about you. You are more powerful than you recognize. You have a greater strength in you than you can ever imagine. And it's only in those challenging times. See, it's in those times that it comes to make you see really who you are. Okay? Anybody can be bitter. Anybody can be resentful. But my point number 2 is, that person is not worth having your power. That person is not worth having your strength. That person is not worth having it. You have to release that to take your power and to own your power and to stay within your power, because the whole goal of the enemy is to strip you. And if you don't keep your own power, that's why forgiveness is nothing but pardoning someone else of their own indiscretions. That's not my indiscretion. That's their indiscretion. That was their guilt. That was their own shame. That was their own issues, which bring me to point number 3. Okay? The infidelity is not about the act, you all. It's not about the act. It's about the past pain within the soul. Both of them today are deceased. No, I ain't kill them. No, I ain't wish no bad on them, okay? But they died an immature, premature death. okay? Because it was never about the act. That's why their past pain is so needed to be healed, because when you're not healed, you will make decisions that will cost you in the long run. They could not do anything but to bless me because I had to handle it the proper way. Yes, Vivian, I had to handle it the proper way. Now, did it feel good? I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you no lie. No, that stuff hurt to the core. All right, I thought I was going to die on the inside. But when I tell you the healing power of God is real, when I tell you that Dunamis is real, can nobody do it but the power of God. And not only that, but teach me how to still love. I still was singing in the choir. I still didn't have any animosity. When she needed something, guess what, you all? I was the vessel that was being used to bless her. Oh, yes, I was. See, that's what gives me honor, because that's not Dee. That's not Devetta. Okay? I don't have that type of power. I don't have that type of love. I don't have that type of strength. Only God, by the power of God, can allow you to do that. But you have to be open and willing to receive more of what he has for you. Yes, the power is real, Deborah. It is definitely real. And so I want you all to know my fourth point. Okay, first of all, be assured. Now, this is what you really got to be assured. You really got to be assured that the experience that you may have had through infidelity is preparing you for your purpose. It is preparing you for your purpose. Let me tell y'all something. I was married more than one time, okay? And I've experienced it on many facets, all right? But I promise you, each one of them had a purpose for my life, because I would not be able to coach. Majority of the women who come to me for spiritual life and relationship coaching has been bruised, have been victimized through the sword of infidelity, of betrayal. 98% of the women who come to me, 98% of the men, okay? It's not just women. Because why? I had to be prepared. Anything that God has called you to, you have to be prepared for it. If I upheld unforgiveness within my heart, my ministry would not be effective. If I held unforgiveness in my heart, the power of God would not see the outcomes and the manifestation, and not only in my life, but in the client's life that I coach. I'm literally seeing lives transform because I'm not just talking about it. I had to be about it. Now, in anything that you're called to, anything, I want you all to know, thank you, Resilient, anything that you're called to, you got to be made. Come on now. You got to go through some crucifixion. You got to go through some suffering. You got to have some stripes and some wounds that are not just there open, but they have been healed. Okay? You cannot just say, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, particularly for Christ's sake. And you haven't experienced too much. And then if you have, you're still harboring resentment. You're still harboring ill will. You're still harboring unforgiveness. Okay? You got to go through it in order to be touched with the feelings of someone else's infirmities. And let me tell you all something. In our world today, infidelity is an epidemic. Do you all agree or disagree? Well, I agree with myself. It is an epidemic. Okay? So you all have to understand, you cannot let that unforgiveness harbor within your soul to diminish your power, that it doesn't prepare you for your purpose. And then the last thing that I really want to admonish you to do. Yeah, Catherine, many of us did not handle it that way the first time. But I thank Jehovah for your growth. I thank him. I thank him for my growth. I thank him that he has given me the ability. He gave me the strength and he gave me the power to be able to do so. And I'm grateful for it. I am grateful. The last thing I want you to do, and I want to admonish you, I had to do this. Now, you can't just say, oh, okay, I forgave. Oh, okay, I'm good. And you're going on. In my own private place and in my own private time, I had to deal with my own soul. I had to find my place of worship. Okay? Well, what do you mean by that, Pastor Dee? What do you mean find your place? Well, you know, Marvin Sapp make a whole lot of money singing that song, and we play it, Find Your Place of Worship, if you ever heard it. But the reality part is, I had to do some really deep soul searching and go into my private time. Whether it's my bathroom, that was my private time. Closing the door, and I just really had to cry out my pain, cry out unto my Father in heaven. I had to be honest with myself. Daddy, can't nobody help me but you. Daddy, can't nobody do this but you. I couldn't look to my husband for that. I couldn't look to her for that. I couldn't look to my best friend for that. I could not look to the pastor. Oh, I could not look to the preacher. I could not look to anybody. This was a time that Dunamis Dee had to find her place of worship. It didn't take a music. It didn't take an instrument. It couldn't take a piano. It couldn't take a bass. It couldn't take a guitar. It had to take me finding my heart and taking ownership of how that heart was bruised. And you got to really take time. You are not too late, Lakeisha. You are not. Okay? I had to find that place, resilient. I had to find it in my own self. You got to find it within your own self. You got to be willing to feel. You got to be willing to feel. Feel the pain. Feel the sting. Feel the sword. Let me tell you all something. We as women, Black women, have been taught to be so strong that we don't allow ourselves to feel. We take it as a badge of honor. Bam, I get hit this way. Ooh, take it. Ooh, I get hit this way. Take it. Ooh, I get hit this way. Take it. And we put on a badge of honor that we're a strong Black woman. There's no way you're going to ever make me believe that you have been betrayed and you have been experienced infidelity and a tear don't come down your face. That ain't human. No, that ain't nothing human about you. Okay, that means you are numb on the inside and you are harboring some things, not just from the infidelity, but from your own pain, your own past, your own soul that you don't want to feel. And in your feelings is your healing. Okay, don't get into your feelings where you want to knock somebody out. Don't get into your feelings where you want to go slash a tire. Don't get into your feelings where you want to do all these ignorant things. But allow yourself to feel, because there's no way you could love a man the way that you love. And somebody can come in and inflict pain, or yet vice versa. And you don't understand how to embrace that feeling. You got to allow your tears of healing to flow. Find your place of worship. Worship is not on a Sunday morning. Worship is not when you get to the church house. Worship is not because you hear a song on the radio. Worship is your own consecrated, intimate time that you can speak to our Heavenly Father and tell him really how you feel. Oh yeah, Daddy, I wanted to really, really mop her up, but I'm so glad that you had me to forgive. But this is really what I wanted to do. See, speak truth, okay? Because you got to encounter another one, and you're going to encounter another one. And let me tell you all something. The time that we're living in, witches are everywhere. Witches are all around. And they're attracting powerful Black men. You know what, Sharilla? You could just leave, but what is that going to do, babe? What is that going to do? I always let me tell you what I tell my clients, if I may. As I facilitate so many emotional healing clinics, and even as I coach them one-on-one, and I want you, I would love an opportunity, Sharilla, Resilient, all y'all women, I would love for you to just let me spend an hour with you. I call it my hour of power, okay? Because I always admonish them. First of all, you cannot always see the damages that's within your own self. I wouldn't have gotten through this, you all, if it always wasn't for some wonderful, powerful woman that was standing beside me, allowing me to hear, helping me to understand and regain my sense of self again, regaining my confidence. Now, I wasn't no any woman, but God has always graced me with a powerful sister to stand right there with me during those times of need, that she can be able to see within my own soul, and I'm able to trust her with my heart. Because once you've experienced infidelity, your heart closes off. You ain't trying to find nobody to hear your heart. You ain't trying to give your heart to nobody. Yeah, the witches are out, okay? But you really have to take that opportunity to attend to yourself. So go to that Bitly. Get my hour of power and allow me to hear your heart so you can regain your strength, regain your momentum, regain your confidence, regain your self-esteem. Okay? Saleha, I'm so honored. Thank you for being that woman for me. Thank you for allowing me to see within your soul. Thank you for allowing me, and happy anniversary, by the way. Thank you for allowing me and trusting me with your heart. Because you all, when we have been bruised, and it just ain't about infidelity, we have been abandoned, we've been rejected, we've been betrayed, we've been misused on so many facets. And then you're talking about somebody seeing into my heart. Well, it's necessary, you all. It is quite necessary. How do you do that when you still live together? Well, Lakeisha, it's not an A and B formula. That's why I say you have to allow your heart to be conveyed so you can get strategies. Okay? I always teach my clients. I give them strategies. I teach them how to regain skills. And I also teach them the timing on what they need to do. Sometimes we can make a move too soon and we don't know the proper timing to make our move. Okay? Our words got to be very, very intentional, and they have to be very, very qualitative and not quantitative. So it's not just a biff, biff, bam, bam thing. Okay? Every woman is fearfully and wonderfully made in her own uniqueness. And let me tell you something. When the enemy comes after your heart, he comes after your heart, not because of what you have, but because of who you are. You are a powerful woman. You are a dunamis woman. And you need to be healed within the depths of your soul. And that's why that power hour, I promise you, it will bless your life. And I will be honored to engage. Let me tell y'all something. As I told you this, and I'm going to close. All that I experienced over those years was preparing me for you. Did I know you then? No. Do I know you now? Barely. Am I going to get to know you if you allow me? Yeah. Because somebody had to go through it. Somebody had to take it, that you don't have to take the whole brunt of it. I always tell the people that I teach and my clients, get on the clearance rack. I'm a shopper, and I don't like to pay full price for nothing. I like deals, okay? So I let somebody else go and pay 300%, 400% markup, but I like to get the deals, okay? So I admonish you, don't go through this by yourself. Don't go through all this where you're paying full price. Allow somebody else to hear your heart, and allow somebody else to take some of the brunt of what you have had to take. The Bible said, let them that are strong bear the infirmities of the weak. Okay? So here I am to serve you as a spiritual life and relationship coach. So I want you to go to that bit.ly, okay? bit.ly. That Nikki, you go to bit.ly/my-hour, HOUR of power. Okay? It's right there at the top of it. Sign up right there and you'll get my calendar, and I'll be glad to engage with you one-on-one, just you and I, because it's within the depths of your soul that you're going to be healed. All right. I love you all. Y'all have a wonderful Thursday. I hope I ain't messed up your Valentine's Day, but I know that this was right on time, because love goes a lot deeper than just some chocolate and some doggone roses. It goes in the depths of your soul, that when you don't know how to love, that's when you love. When you don't get anything in return, that's when love is real. All right. Y'all have a good one. I look to hear from you all, and I'll be seeing you soon. All right. Take care.